Today we are faced with sad and shocking news about one of television's famous stars. Malcolm-Jamal Warner, the beloved actor known for his role as Theo Huxtable in The Cosby Show, has passed away suddenly while on vacation with his daughter in Costa Rica. The name associated with many fond memories in the hearts of audiences has suddenly become a part of the past, leaving many feeling heartbroken and in disbelief. According to close sources, Malcolm's cause of death was drowning, which has further stunned all who admired him. At only 54 years old, a promising life and career have been cut short unexpectedly. If his legacy ever touched you, made you laugh, reflect, or inspired you, please show your appreciation by hitting like and subscribing to the channel so you don't miss the revelations that follow. Leave a comment with the number 1 if you sympathize with Malcolm-Jamal Warner, or the number 0 if you have a different opinion. Now join us as we explore the details of Malcolm's passing and the impact he left behind in today's video. Malcolm tragically was swept away by a strong current while enjoying a vacation with his daughter in Costa Rica. At the time of the incident, he was happily spending precious family moments with his daughter, unaware that his life would change in the blink of an eye. Although rescue teams quickly arrived at the scene and made every effort to revive him, sadly, all attempts were in vain. This sudden loss has left everyone in shock and sorrow, as in an instant, a man with a successful career and strong family values was taken from us. His image, a man admired not only for his talent but also for his character and love for his family, will forever live in the hearts of those who loved him. This loss is not just a shock to his family, but also a deep sorrow for the community and all those who followed and admired him. His daughter, who had been with him throughout the trip, was fortunate not to be physically harmed. However, the sudden and heartbreaking nature of the incident will undoubtedly leave her with a deep emotional shock. While she was not physically injured, this loss will certainly be a wound in her heart that she will have to overcome throughout her life. The image of her father, a strong and beloved man, will forever live in her heart and be an essential part of her journey of growing up. This is truly hard to believe. A man who was a symbol for an entire generation of television embodying deep family values has passed away suddenly. What makes this loss even more heartbreaking is that it was not due to illness, age, or any scandal, but rather an unexpected accident. A man who was once a role model, an icon in the hearts of millions of viewers, suddenly left us in the blink of an eye, leaving all who admired him stunned and grieving. The values he represented, along with the affection from his fans, have now become a precious legacy, but no one ever expected his departure to come so suddenly and unexpectedly. Although his family has not yet made an official statement, the profound sadness and shock they are feeling can be deeply felt. Those close to him, including his friends and colleagues in the industry, are all facing this devastating blow. No one could have imagined that a man with such a successful career and wide-reaching influence would leave us so soon. For his family, this loss is not just the absence of a loved one, but an irreplaceable loss of a man who contributed so much to the television industry and brought joy to millions of viewers. This sudden passing has left a deep wound in the hearts of all who had once admired and respected him. This pain is not only deeply felt within the family, but also extends to his friends, former colleagues, and especially his fans. The sudden passing of Malcolm-Jamal Warner has left a void that is hard to fill, causing not only his family, but everyone who admired him to face a great emotional shock. Social media has become a place to honor him, with thousands of condolences and tributes pouring in. Fans flooded timelines with videos, old interviews, and heartfelt messages from friends, family, and all who admired him. These moments serve as clear evidence of the profound impact he had on the community. Malcolm-Jamal Warner was not just a talented actor, but also a cultural icon, a face that represented pride and affirmation for young black men on television. The legacy he left behind will not only be remembered on the screen, but will live forever in the hearts of those who admired him. In his final moments, Malcolm shared loving and positive words, offering encouragement that inspired future generations. Those messages will continue to be remembered as a priceless part of the heritage he left behind, an irreplaceable piece of the cultural journey he built throughout his career. He just wanted to remind everyone that no matter what happens, there is always a reason to smile. Sometimes life can make us feel exhausted and challenged, but if we take a moment to reflect, we will surely find at least one reason to feel happy and smile. It could be a beautiful memory, a word of encouragement from a loved one, or simply a peaceful moment in the day. And if you find yourself unable to find a reason to smile, don't worry. Sometimes the best thing you can do is become the person who brings a smile to someone else. This positive ripple effect will help you feel happier, as joy is always multiplied when shared. Life isn't always easy, but the most wonderful thing is that we can become the reason someone else smiles. When we bring joy to others, it's a wonderful gift that we also receive back. Simple yet meaningful actions like offering a word of encouragement, a kind gesture, or simply sharing a smile can transform someone's entire day. This world is always full of challenges, but if we approach everything through a positive lens, each day becomes an opportunity to create meaningful moments. Remember, time never stops, and each passing moment is a chance for us to bring happiness and joy to ourselves and others. He will return soon, wishing you a wonderful day filled with energy and joy. That is the person he thinks of the people we encounter in life, those who make us feel warmth and gratitude in every moment. The feeling of "I don't know" may arise when we reflect on the world and perceive the beauty around us, but it is that sense of gratitude that touches our hearts and souls, making everything feel truly wonderful. It makes him think, "I want to share this with you," because gratitude is a great gift that we should give to each other. Always be a good person, right? Treat others well and serve them. Doing good is not just about giving, but also about allowing ourselves to feel joy from deep within our hearts. And if you want to feel happy, want to find a reason to smile, start with the simple things you do for others, because that is the best way to rediscover happiness and joy in life. When you feel sad or discouraged, sometimes simply remembering gratitude can help you escape that feeling. A state of gratitude can bring peace to your soul, helping you view everything more positively. The simple things in life, the small yet meaningful moments, are sources of energy that can change your mood. If you feel unable to overcome sadness, one very effective way to help you find joy is by doing something good for others. When you take the time to care for others to help them during difficult moments, you cannot help but feel joy and fulfillment. And not because you do it to receive something in return, but because you will receive intangible values such as love and shared kindness from others, and this will make you feel more complete in life. If everyone in the world always remembers that we need to serve others, treat them well, and bring joy to those around us, this world would undoubtedly become much better. Small yet meaningful actions can change entire communities, creating an environment full of love and compassion. That is why he always encourages everyone to be grateful and do good for others, because when we give, we also receive wonderful values that sometimes cannot be measured in words. That is the message he wants to share. However, before concluding, he wants to say that he is in a state of gratitude for those who have always cared for and helped him. Those people have helped him see the beauty of life and made his journey more meaningful. He thanks all those who have helped him become the best version of himself. Let's make the world a better place by serving and loving others. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to share this message and spread love. And if you are one of those who have always supported and helped him, you will know who you are. He wants to extend a sincere thank you to you for the care and affection you've shown him. Your support has been the driving force that helped him overcome difficulties and keep moving forward. He is deeply grateful for your constant presence, whether during the highs or the challenges life has thrown his way. He wishes you always keep a good heart and have a joyful, happy Valentine's Day. As for him, today is a busy day. He has to wake up early, have breakfast, and then prepare for a little exercise to maintain his health. After that, he will get ready for a small Valentine's lunch with his wife and daughter. He's very excited about this occasion, as it's not just a simple meal, but an opportunity for his family to bond and share warm moments together. He also has to go to the butcher shop to pick up a few things, and while on his way there, he can't help but think of the memories. He recalls the long lines during the pandemic when the butcher shop had to close due to the situation. Everyone had to wear masks and stand outside in line for a long time, no matter how hot or cold it was. Those were unforgettable moments, and looking back, he feels grateful that we made it through such a difficult time. While many people didn't make it through the pandemic, we're still here and we can continue living and building our future. This sense of gratitude reminds him of the preciousness of each day and every moment in life. The simple things which might have seemed insignificant before are now full of meaning. "2020 was a year we thought was so far behind, but looking back, it feels like it was just yesterday. Time has passed so quickly that it's hard to believe, and every time he thinks about that year, he feels like he's just gone through a journey full of challenges and emotions. He wishes everyone a wonderful Valentine's Day, and he wants to extend a heartfelt thank you to all those who have supported him throughout this time. This support has not only helped him overcome difficulties, but also given him tremendous motivation to continue giving and working. He has a show this Friday, and he is excited to announce that all the tickets have been sold out. This makes him feel incredibly appreciative and thankful, as it is the result of so much effort and support from all of you. It will be a solo performance for him in Atlanta after a long time without the opportunity to organize one, and he feels very happy looking back at what he has achieved. Beyond his professional successes, he also wants to share the deep joys of his personal life. He has a wonderful love in his life, which is his wife and daughter. They are the two people he is always proud of and loves unconditionally. Although he doesn't post many pictures of them on social media, they are always the reason he feels happier and more complete every day. They bring him an indescribable joy, and that is the most wonderful thing that life can offer. No matter how things change, he is still here, continuing to live with love, faith, and gratitude for everything he has. He thanks those who have always accompanied and supported him, because that is what makes his life more meaningful. Life is beautiful, and love also brings a magical beauty. He loves himself because he understands that to be able to love and care for others, we must first love ourselves. The feeling of self-love is a solid foundation for all relationships and helps us live a full and complete life. He also wants to extend his love and gratitude to all who have followed, supported, and encouraged him on this journey. Those who have patiently listened to his long videos, especially those who stayed until the 3-minute and 47-second mark. We all have beautiful and wonderful moments in life, and he hopes that through his sharing, everyone can also feel that. He wishes everyone a wonderful Valentine's week full of love and joy. And if someone doesn't have a romantic partner in their life, don't forget that loving yourself is the most important thing. So he will excuse himself to get on with his life. He doesn't know about you, But for him, when he goes on Instagram, that's where he spends most of his time connecting and sharing moments of his life. In fact, Instagram is the platform he feels closest to and most accessible on more than any other social network. He doesn't spend too much time on Facebook or Twitter, although he still uses them sometimes. And even though Twitter has changed its name, he is still used to calling it Twitter because that's the name he's been familiar with for a long time. These platforms give us the opportunity to connect, share thoughts and feelings, but they also often make us feel overwhelmed with too much information. However, he always tries to find interesting and valuable things in it, especially when he can share his thoughts and feelings with everyone. In fact, sometimes he feels quite overwhelmed and even scared when he goes on social media, especially Instagram. He knows that there are many unanswered messages, and the timeline is always flooded with negative news. In reality, there are too many unpleasant and unstable things in this world, and that's what we see, hear, and follow every day through social media. Sad events, pessimistic stories keep appearing, which sometimes affects his mood. Nevertheless, he still can't help but look at it, just as people are used to following the news, even the unpleasant things. But he realizes we must know how to adjust and not let that negative information dominate our lives too much. A few weeks ago, he heard Leslie Odom Jr. share that social media algorithms are not designed to make people feel comfortable. In fact, they are programmed to stimulate users' emotions, making them want to react, post, or even share their thoughts. This makes social media consume a lot of people's time and energy. Every time you browse the web or simply scroll through the timeline, there are always ads appearing, and the algorithm will make those ads interesting and relevant to the user. Gradually, people get caught up in the cycle of scrolling through social media without realizing how time has passed, and that information and advertising continue to grab their attention, consuming a lot of time and mental energy. Although social media brings many useful things, he feels there is still something negative left behind. Perhaps when someone goes on social media, they start to feel dissatisfied with themselves, feeling that they are not good enough or have not done enough. This can reduce self-confidence and lead to a bad mood. However, for him, taking a break from social media is a way of self-care, because sometimes escaping the noise and pressure from social media platforms helps the mind become more peaceful. Self-care is very important, and it's not just about spending time for yourself, but also includes healthy habits, like eating a balanced diet, limiting alcohol, getting enough sleep, and doing things that are good for the body and mind. And before we end the video, he still wants to ask you a question: what self-care practices are you applying? He's really curious and wants to know what everyone is doing to love and care for themselves. Especially, he's always looking for new things to try, so feel free to share your experiences in the comments below. Let's learn from each other and discover effective self-care methods that help everyone become the best version of themselves. Leave a comment with a 1 if you resonate with Malcolm-Jamal Warner, or a 0 if you have a different opinion. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next exciting videos. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.